Check 1 2.
All right. Welcome to the Leroy and Earl pre-show. We're trying to get some technical difficulties fixed here. I'm on the phone with the show and on the mic at the same time.
So is this changing? Is this loud in your ear on the phone?
I don't hear anything on the phone.
Nothing at all?
Nothing.
Didn't you mute yourself?
I did.
I hear nothing now. Still connected.
Oh, because it's set to the microphone. That's why. Hold on a second. Let me change that in settings real quick. Microphone should be.
Microphone check.
This might get loud, just so you know.
This might get loud, YouTubers. There we go.
You got sound for me now?
I got me. Say something.
You got both of us? Well.
Yes.
Hello.
Okay. Does it sound good?
Yes.
Sounds real good. Play some music.
Well, the music's not gonna sound good, but.
Well, we want to. I mean, it's not crackling, is what I'm saying. How about now? It kind of crackled over here, but it sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay,
Perfect.
so you admit that everything I said was right.
Yes.
Okay.
Everything
let's do the show.
Right. All right.
And I could turn myself up over here, right?
Yes. Yes. I wouldn't turn anything up except that, unless somebody calls in and they're real quiet, and you can
Hello.
slowly turn that up. Or can you? Or
I mean, I'm turning myself up with my headphones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not touching those.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Also, noted that I took out your stereo system and monoed that one channel. So, because there was less feedback that way.
Okay.
We can mess with it later.
Yeah, it's fine. Whoa, why is it going so fast? What's the deal with that?
Because it's crazy fast.
It's crazy train. All right, we're recording. All right, so when I'm going to do the Alexa thing, and then that's how I'm going to start the show. Okay. So, and I'm sure that'll work just fine. Let's see, here we go.
God damn.
I'm going to mute this. Alexa, play the Leroy and Earl show.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Guess what, shift heads? It's time for the show.
Ooh, yeah! Hey, Hulkster, did you hear the big news, brother? Brother, I have heard the news. You're talking about Leroy and Earl, right, dude? Yeah, Hulkster, it turns out that Leroy and Earl, they're dropping the gimmick. They're gonna just be themselves, the cream of the crop. Definitely gonna rise to the top. Now, can you dig it? Well, let me tell you something, Macho. Let me tell you one thing, dude. Leroy and Earl were getting stale anyway, brother. It's always best just to let the real you shine through. Oh, love it, Hulkster. I'm gonna tune into the show and see what happens next. Need a little excitement? Step into the podcast. Ooh, yeah.
All right. Welcome to the show.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Welcome to the show.
We are broadcasting live from the Deep Shift studio here in Akron, Ohio. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the big show. Big show.
Big show. Big show things going on.
We are live on YouTube, and we are live on strangelabel.com every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And tonight I'm going to give you an example of why I hid behind the Leroy voice for so many years. It's because my right nostril is completely swelled shut. And so I'm going to be,
Buddy, I have
with a
some
nasally
Afrin.
voice.
I have some Afrin right over there in that kit.
If it would work, I would use it.
You want to try it?
It won't work.
You
I'll try it, sure. Yeah, I'll
okay,
try it.
Fine.
I'll try anything. Well, not anything.
We got some booger sugar, too. if you
Booger
want
sugar.
that.
What the hell's that?
Cocaine.
Oh, I've heard that does the
Duh.
opposite, though. I heard that makes everything swell up.
I wouldn't know.
So, anyway, this show is nothing but nonstop technical difficulties from start to finish. I think this is probably the exact same thing I shove up my nose every night. But I'll try it.
Yeah, give it like a few squirts in each nostril. You gotta snort it. Yeah, there you
You
go.
guys are booger
Get in.
brothers now.
Booger Brothers. Yeah,
Like
let's
blood
use,
brothers, but booger
I
brothers.
use that to clear up my anal track.
Hey, Alexa,
Jesus.
is cocaine bad for you?
Sorry, I don't know that.
Oh, you lie. She lies.
She lies.
That's the thing
you
with
know she's
Alexa.
used.
Oh, Alexa's a big-time whore.
She's got to use to keep
Yeah.
up with this high demand
Right.
this season.
So, anyway, this is week 2 of the new show. And
And your host, you're the host.
the host with the most,
What name are you going by these days?
I'm Chuck. Chuck
He's
Jones.
Chuck. I guess I'm just going to go with James. And she is
Tuna.
Tuna.
Michelle is on the Strange Label chat, and she said she can hear us on YouTube, but not on Strange Label.
Not on Strange Label. Well,
So-
that makes no sense.
She said it might be her computer, but
Okay, well,
Can anybody else chime in on that? Should I look it up?
Michelle, would you get your technical difficulties?
yeah, we can't
Figured
have
out.
we can't have listeners with technical difficulties.
We have too many issues of our own.
Everything looks okay over here.
I'm going to pull it up, but
So-
while I'm doing that, can you pass me some of that burger sugar?
No, booger sugar here. We'll see if that works for me. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's probably the same thing I snort every day.
Okay.
So anyway, as we said, this is the second week of our new format that seems to be going okay. Like we're not being met with a huge, really any opposition.
Yeah, because we don't have anybody to
We do.
Oppose.
We do.
That's
do.
the word.
So anyway, part of what we were trying to fix and why we started a little late tonight on the Strange Label Podcast Network is you can call us at 330-474-9833. That's how you can talk to us. We were having some difficulties getting that crap going. And, yeah, thanks, Earl. Earl is
Well,
checking.
I checked it, and it's working. So,
So it's
there you go.
definitely, Michelle, you're definitely got an issue going on there. So,
Can you move your phone away from the board? It's
yeah,
up
you're
there.
making static. Come on, man. Anyway,
Jesus.
he tosses it across the room. You can watch this show on YouTube. We're watching it right now. I don't know what's going on in the,
Oh,
in the
God,
background there,
it's a
but
swinger party in the background.
it's your swinger party.
Oh no, it's a bucking bronco.
Ooh,
It's just actually a
Sexy.
video.
Ricky must have picked that
yeah.
one out. Is Ricky?
I did it. I didn't pick anything out. Ricky's still with us for now. We'll see how it goes.
He is, and you know what? I guess I'm gonna put this out there. We're trying to buy Ricky a body, so he actually has his own camera. And have a-
that would be super spectacular.
Problem is, we can't find one with the small enough anatomy, Ricky.
Well, you just keep trying. Wow. So anyway, we have no guests tonight. But we're going to talk a lot about Christmas holidays, what's happened on the holidays, what's coming up in the new year, what the hell's going on with this show. This might be the last episode, actually, right?
Great.
Yep, unless we get these contracts straightened out.
I mean, it's so. I definitely talked with the podcasters, the piss off people. I can't even remember what that stands for anymore.
Podcasters.
International Systems of Surveyors of Friends and Families.
Yes.
Yeah, they said they will not pay you to do this show, and they're not going to pay either one of us. But they said the $250 a month should be plenty. So
Well, I'll tell you what. I think I'm. Since we do have some, starting to breathe a little better.
I don't.
This is quality material.
yes,
right
it is.
here.
You know, since I don't want to give up just yet, since we're on a new path here, and I like new beginnings. So I'm going to give this another month or two,
Right.
see where we're at there, see if we gain at least one listener.
Yeah. I was thinking about it the other day. Like, we've changed the format. We did the old format for. Realistically, we podcasted for just over 2 years, like 2 years and 3 months of actual podcast time. Then we took like a year break in between that. And we really gained no ground. But so how long?
We might have lost ground.
Right.
actually.
I think we did actually from the first time we stopped. Now the other thing is we were using Podbean, and it was telling us we were getting 150, 200 downloads,
It was lying to us.
and it could have been lying.
Well,
Now-
no one was writing us and saying, hey,
Right, that's the
so-
thing.
show
Yeah,
sucks.
if 200 people listen to the show, I would think somebody would make a comment on Facebook or Twitter, right?
Right.
Doesn't that make sense? Now the site that we use now, podcasts.com, which is free, it only.
Now, how much does that cost?
It's
It's
free.
free.
Free means nothing. We don't pay anything for it. It only registers when someone listens to the show via the site itself. So it's not counting anybody that listens on iTunes or any other app.
Strange Label.
Well, Strange Label's only live. You can only listen to it live. I mean, you can listen to
Yeah,
the
but that
replays.
doesn't count.
So what I'm saying is,
Oh, I got you.
Well, Strange Label is just one. Michelle, thanks.
yeah,
So
these are people who are going to our website, LeroyandEarl.com, and hitting the link, which takes them to this site, and listening to the show.
Michelle's decided the show sounds a lot better when you can't hear it.
You can only see it. So here's what our downloads actually increased over the last couple of months. They have been climbing. We were normally only getting 15 on average downloads. Our last episode as Leroy and Earl, we had 31. The week before that, 21. Last week's show only has 7.
Wow.
Right. So.
Seriously. But, I'm trying to think of an excuse, but I can't.
Right.
Yeah, is that because we didn't have an interview?
We did have an interview.
Last week we
Yeah.
did?
Mm-hmm.
Remember
Oh,
the...
well, it was kind of boring.
It was, I mean, I don't think it matters.
Do you think those other interviews brought those, is what I'm saying?
Well, we didn't have it. Well, we had Michelle, Farting, Beating Off, and Michelle was the last episode we did as Leroy and Earl, and it has 31. Tear Gassing
yeah.
Immigrants, 21. The most downloads we've ever had since the new incarnation of the show, since the last year.
Only 2 weeks. Oh, you mean
The last year
okay.
was the first time we had Vixen on. We have 94
Wow.
downloads because of Vixen. That's the
And
most.
50 of those were orgasms.
Probably, yeah. So,
you know what? We just got to give it a chance and see what
yeah,
it is.
and the
man.
bottom line is if we're not having fun, we're not going to do it anyway, so,
Right.
right? So, we'll see what happens. So, it's no longer the Adult Cartoon Podcast, or is it?
It's, I don't know what. We just got to let it grow, man. Let it grow its own legs and run. I don't know. It's not really, it still is, because I don't know if they're going to call in tonight, but Leroy and Earl aren't out of the picture. They're doing stuff behind the scenes.
Yeah, they're still a little mad.
They're mad, but they should have done that. They're always mad. And you know what? They've gotten Saul Gorman on their side. Supposedly they're going after the producers, but if they take the show, if he wins in court, then he wins.
I guess we'll see what happens. I was going to tell you that Earl can come in the studio. All you got to do is that little orange knob there, the orange slider.
Yeah.
If you turn it up a little, like halfway, the slider, not the knob.
Right now, I don't have to do anything, right?
If you turn it up, Earl will be here.
What do you? Hold on. Let me see. Is he here?
He should be.
Who is it? It's Earl.
See?
Yeah,
there he
but
is.
it mixes the.
It's the same as before. That's not
No,
going
it's
to change.
It's Earl. Now it's Earl, man.
There you go.
What the hell did you guys do? You kicked me off the show.
Well, we decided to go a different direction, man. What can I say?
One Direction?
Yeah, One Direction.
All right. Well, actually, I kind of needed a break anyway, so I'll chime in once in a while. You guys are doing a great job for beginners podcasting.
Yeah.
I will chime in once in a while and see how you guys are doing. Fans, give these guys a chance. And Earl will be out there thinking of you.
All right, Earl.
See you guys.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you, Earl.
I would think he'd be just ecstatic. He did nothing but complain for years about doing the show.
Yeah, I think that's why he was like, cool.
Yeah.
See ya.
Leroy's the one that's pissed.
He's just they're trying to get money.
In
that's
fact,
all.
I've tried to call Leroy. I left 8 voice messages since last week. He won't call me back.
Huh.
So, who knows? Saul Gorman, all those guys. Who knows what's going to go on? So, yeah. Christmas was pretty good. We had a get-together here at the Deep Shift studio with Dildana was here.
Couple revelations. I got this at Christmas time.
Yeah, there we go. Got the Golden Girls mouse pad.
Which I'm a little pissed about because Sophia is not on there. Where the hell is she?
I'm guessing
Or is that a casket? they're
She's in your
holding?
heart.
Yeah, I miss Sophia.
maybe she's down underneath there doing something. If you know what I mean. If
We'll
you
back
know
at
what I
St.
mean.
Ola.
Wow! Whoa, that was loud.
That was
Jeez.
really
We
loud.
got some.
Jeez, I can't. You know what? I can't keep up with it.
Can I share a Christmas present that I got too?
You're gonna share it? Like
Yeah,
share the present with us?
Well, maybe if you want.
What do you mean? Yes. The answer is yes, right?
Chuck,
Yeah, of
Chuck.
course. Of course.
Jesus
Chuck.
H.
Sorry, I'm trying to
I
produce
need
the show.
I need you to close your eyes and hold out your hand.
I'm not eating.
Me?
You're
I'm-
not.
I'm
No,
not
you don't
eating
have to eat
crickets.
anything.
Where's no crickets here right now?
You don't have to eat anything.
Close-
I need.
Me or him?
You want me to close my
Chuck.
eyes and hold out my hand?
Yeah, it's not gonna bite you. You're not gonna
It's not
get
going to
hurt.
damage the studio equipment?
No, 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 no.
Okay.
There's no liquid involved. Earl got me this present. One of many presents. You just
when you're-
open your eyes.
When you're ready to do it, tell me.
I'm ready.
Yes,
No, you weren't ready.
You weren't ready. You were.
I just wanted to let everyone know that
Okay.
this is a present that my loving partner, well, I said Earl, but James got me for Christmas, so I
Okay.
wanted to show you.
Are-
Okay, so
Are you ready?
Guys,
I'm ready right now.
Right now, okay.
Yes,
It's a
ready?
dildo. You should have opened it.
Open it up.
Oh.
That's pretty tactical.
Open it up.
You're gonna like this.
Let me see it here on the camera.
Yeah.
This was a stocking stuffer.
Now you take this and you shove it right over top of your
Oh.
microphone.
Oh, it's
Don't stick it on your face. Don't
would
stick it on your face.
I know what
it's
it is.
used.
What is it?
It's a peep. So a chick can pee outside.
It's a
It's-
sheepy.
It's a sheepy.
It's a Chaz pee.
There's a sheepy. Have you used this?
Yeah, but I cleaned it.
Okay, great.
And it was
I don't know how
weird
much better
because
that makes it.
It's just weird because the poop, you gotta like squish it for the poop to come out of it.
It's a
It's like,
sheepy.
it's like icing, you know?
It's a sheepy, not a sheep poop.
Shit, shit,
It's not a
pee.
shit. It's
She shit.
Hey Alexa, what's a sheepy?
I'm still learning about sheep questions.
sheep.
Asking tell me a sheep fact to learn more about them.
Shut up, Alexa.
God, Alexa's dumb. Sorry.
All right, so that's
Would you ever get your wife a sheepy?
I don't ever see her needing it.
She
She
doesn't.
is the one
pee?
of all people that would use it.
But she would just do it. I mean, she would have no
She would
problems.
just
She would
squat.
need.
But it is
yeah.
so much more
Spray it around.
convenient to stand up.
Next time
I
you
s-
you want to put a sheepy in my hand, without me knowing it, with my eyes closed, you should take it out of the package.
Yeah, why would
Well,
you not
I
do
just
that
wanted
thing?
you to.
I fully expected to have a dildo set in
Yeah,
my
I
hand.
would have put a
Mm.
friggin' dildo with
I'll bring
some
that next time.
Yeah.
Jergens on it in his hand for
Yeah.
sure. With crickets glued all over it.
So,
So-
that's what my loving partner.
Tonight's
bought
show is
for me.
brought to you by Sheepy Outdoor Life Adventures. If you're a woman and you need to pee outside and you don't want to make a big mess,
I just-
apparently that will funnel the urine from your vagina.
I
down
feel
to the ground.
empowered.
She
Like,
did use
Yeah.
it, and I was in the other room listening, and I think it actually works. It's actually a good invention for.
So you
Well-
didn't go outside and use it?
No, I peed into the toilet, but the weird thing is that he wanted to watch me. Like he walked into the bathroom, and I was like, no, 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 no,
I
no.
don't know why that's weird, but
It's not that weird.
that speaks volumes of how well it works. Because I mean, it's one thing to just piss all over the ground, but to piss into a toilet, the thing's got some good aim.
Yeah. Well,
Or
it
in
looks like it. I
Into
mean,
a
it looks.
bottle in the car.
Yeah.
We could do a cross-country road trip, and we wouldn't even have to stop.
I bet you those are big among female truckers. Dildano. Should have got one for Dildano for Xmas. So yeah, here we are.
I got myself a big ass tractor today.
Saw pictures of that.
Weighs 10,000 pounds. It literally, I don't know if I can send you a pic. I'll send you a picture, but it literally. I threw my phone across the room. It literally lifted this truck, a flatbed.
Oh, we got a call coming in. It's all you.
So hopefully this works. You're on the show. Who is this?
He's real quiet.
Yeah,
Can you turn him up?
We can't hear you.
Can you turn him up with that?
Hold on a second, bud.
Hey, Dildano, what's going on?
He's up there.
Nothing. I was actually, for the first time, watching the show on YouTube.
Yeah. Watch.
And I was wondering, are you guys gonna raffle off the Sheepy?
No,
Okay.
it's mine, damn
No,
it.
it's ours to keep, man.
Oh, okay. Well, I just turned it on and I seen.
thinking this through.
Sheepy, and I was like, I wonder if that's the next raffle item.
Unless you're interested in buying a $20 ticket for a gently used sheepy, no, we are not raffling this off.
I want one that's abusively used.
Ew.
For those listening on audio who couldn't hear Dildano, he said he wants one that's been aggressively used. Like used in both directions. Yeah, we can't hardly hear you, Dildano, because Jim, a.k.a. Earl, was, changing things around in the audio.
Yeah, I fucked
And
it up,
he's-
is what I say,
yeah, he
even though it
screwed
was
it up.
fucked up in the first
It was
place.
screwed up before. I just got to run it through my board. I mean, that's just all there is to it.
No, keep speaking. Let me hear you. Where are you at right now?
I'm in
damn it, if your mouse would work too, change the goddamn batteries. You're where?
New Philly.
Huh. All right, well, see ya.
Yeah, we're gonna have to let you go because we can't hear you. Sorry.
Love you, bye.
See ya.
All right, yeah, I'll figure that out.
This
man.
is the Leroy and Earl show.
I thought we had that figured out. You sounded fine coming through there, or maybe you were bleeding through.
No, because he was fine when he was in the other room, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe it's his shit. It's probably his shit because tonight's the night of it being our fans' shit because it was Michelle's shit.
Yep.
Now
You know
it's
what?
Mark's shit.
I was just thinking that you could, if you can't hear very well, you could use this. It's one of those old timey like
There you go.
Or like-
hearing cone things.
Or like a megaphone, like.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
put that in your mouth.
That's a good way to give the female a blowjob.
Do we have a guest tonight?
We do
No.
not. We do not have a guest tonight, and we do not have a
That
guest
wraps it up.
next weekend. The week on January 9th, we have Larry Armistead. He's an author
What
and a
did he write?
comedian. He's a podcaster. He does a lot of things, and I think it's going to be really good. And on January 16th, we have the guys from No Redeeming Qualities podcast.
Cool.
Yeah, a lot of podcasters want to be on other podcasts because that's what they say you got to do.
Hey, I'd like to do the weather if you don't mind.
The weather, all right, go ahead.
Can you roll the footage for me?
We got weather footage for Earl. For
Can you
Earl
roll?
Lemus
Can you
Tate.
roll Earl's?
You want me to roll Earl's weather footage,
Yes.
even though you're not Earl?
I'll doctor it up later.
You'll doctor it later. What does that mean?
I'll take Earl's name out and put mine in.
All right.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so
Ladies and gentlemen, shift hands from around the world. You're tuned in to Leroy and Earl's Pitch Shift. It's time once again for the weather with the one and only, always
James.
accurate, always informative,
I tried.
always useless, your pitch shift pediologist, Earl
James.
Jim.
Mistake.
Thank you for that lovely intro, as always. Alexa, what's the weather for the week?
In Akron for the next 7 days. Thursday, 48 degrees and showers. Friday, 59 degrees and cloudy skies.
Shit.
Saturday, 37
Hell yeah.
degrees and lots of clouds. Sunday, 40 degrees
Alexa,
and partly
stop.
sunny weather.
You asked her the weather. She said for the next 7 days.
I'd just like to try that out. Now I don't have to do anything.
Yeah, now you don't have to do the weather. We can just get rid of this intro. You know what I mean?
Why would we get rid of the intro?
Well, it's not
Such a-
Leroy and Earl's pitch shift anymore, and you're not Earl Lemus Tate, so.
God damn it, you're making me mad, son.
What was that one you said earlier? Alexa, Simon says fuck off.
Golf.
I
Wow.
love it.
That's pretty cool. So my son got an Echo Dot for Christmas, and he's not here, and we're using it.
And it's going to be trained in vulgarities.
Right. He's going to get it back and get in trouble and probably get it taken away. Just
Perfect.
kidding. Just kidding.
Alexa, Simon says shit balls.
Balls.
She's afraid.
It just, I
She-
can't believe this technology is kind of. I mean, it's coming leaps and bounds, but it's still got a long ways to go.
Why isn't there affordable sex robots? Like full on, the full thing. you know
There
what I mean?
is.
They're not affordable.
That's only $30. Alexa, will you have sex with me tonight?
Ooh.
I don't know that one.
Get turned down by a robot.
Right. No. So you got any sushi or tuna? Hey, Ricky. Ricky's here.
You got any toonie?
You got any tuna there? Somebody asked me if you were packed in oil or water.
Oil.
Well, there you go. I think Dildano asked me that last night.
That's weird.
Yeah, it was weird.
You got any news tonight?
I do. I was just thinking about the Sheepy and this whole government shutdown has caused the Cuyahoga Valley National Park system in our area to close all their bathrooms. So that's how it has impacted our region. And I was just thinking that the women who want to go hiking there and stuff, since you can't get to a bathroom,
The Sheepy.
Sheepy sales are going to
Wow.
go through the roof in Northeast Ohio.
So beans. What kind of word is beans? Beans. What part of the country am I from?
I'm from this part of the country.
Considering you brought up the government shutdown,
Considerance.
how do you feel about Trump now?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't care if he
Shut the government down?
Nothing.
Well,
I didn't even know. So
I
that's
kind of
how
care.
feel
I
about
get a
it.
government check every month.
Well,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
he'll take care of you. Don't worry. He's got to play hardball. You're going to get more checks. Don't worry. I love Trump. You still love him, don't you?
Yeah, I love Trump.
Okay.
I mean, he's an asshole.
Yeah, he's a dickhead. I wouldn't. He's not. And my stance is the same as Earl's, you know.
Your stance is the same as
I mean,
Earl's.
he's not the. He doesn't have any moral compass, but he's doing exactly what he needs to do.
All I know is all this stuff about the immigration is out of control. And I don't even want to talk about it. Dave.
Yeah, shut the hell up, Dave.
Dave.
Merry
Care
Christmas,
if you're right
Dave.
or not.
Yeah,
you're
Merry
wrong.
Christmas, Dave.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, the closer you can stay on that mic, the better.
Yeah, the closer you can stay on that mic, the better. Okay.
Not that close.
Well, dude.
I don't know what to tell you.
I don't
You
know
didn't
what
bring
to
the other mic.
I forgot it.
I know.
I was too
So,
busy with a 10,000-pound tractor.
I know when I listened to the audio of the last show, it sounded pretty good, except for one thing, and that was you always sounded like you were like sitting in a chair over there.
Yeah. I was busy with a
Right.
tractor that lifted the front end of a vehicle in the air like 10 feet.
Well, maybe you shouldn't get such heavy tractors.
I need a heavy tractor.
All right.
I want to fuck some stuff up.
Tuna,
Yes, sir.
back to the news.
I was
Work.
just going to ask you guys what your plans are for New Year's Eve. This one here, James, does not have to work New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, which is a miracle. So I thought maybe we could go do something,
Yeah.
but I was trying to think of what we could do.
I'm going to 44 Sharp in Randolph.
You're playing a gig?
I'm playing my bass guitar.
Mm.
It's going to be fun. You should come. Should hang out.
Oh, my God. I'm getting another
Another
call.
call. It ain't going to work.
And it ain't going to work.
It's a 971 area
Who
code.
is it? Better not be Dave. Who is it?
Oh, what's up, Aiden?
Who?
What?
Oh, is this the wrong number?
No.
You got the right number, brother.
Just, can you speak louder?
Yeah, can you speak up?
I think I got the wrong number. I was calling my friend.
Well, we're your friend.
Your friend, man.
You're on the Leroy and Earl Show podcast.
What are the odds that you would call a radio show?
Yeah.
On accident.
I'm not sure.
Well, anyways, what's the weather like where you're at?
Oh, it's snowing.
It's snowing?
In Oregon?
Are you in Oregon?
No.
Gee, I
Dude.
wish we could hear him.
Dude, don't be so shy, man. You got to relax. This is one thing I've noticed about you. You got to chill out and relax, man. It's not. Don't stop.
I called the wrong number.
I know, and you're all so upset about it. Just chill, man.
I'm not upset, bro.
Why are you Looky, why are you upset, man?
Let's work this out.
Let's work.
I'm not upset.
Let's come together and work this shit out, man.
All right, man.
What are you wearing?
The show that you're on, that's just turning me up, bro. The show that you're on is the Leroy and Earl show. Well, kind of. Dude, quit fucking with my shit over here. There's 3 of us here, 1 hot chick and 2 ugly dudes. And then Ricky, our intern. Hey, man, what are you doing tonight? Why you were calling your friend? What were you trying to get some dope or something?
Nope.
No, bullshit.
Shut up.
This is the police, man. I'm telling you right now.
Nah, I'm just joking. We were not. We were just gonna go out to the bar and stuff.
All right, man. Well, we would keep you on longer, but we are having testicle difficulties.
Tell him to keep this number and call us back next week.
Keep this number and call us back next week, Wednesdays at 7. Thanks for calling the show.
Love you, bye.
Love you. See you.
That would have been classic
That
if
would've
it freaking
been
worked.
Gold. God damn it, man.
He really. Most people would have just hung up right away. Like, sorry.
What are
wrong
the
number.
odds anyone would call us? If he's calling his friend, why would he be
Well,
calling
the odds are that if someone's going to call, it was going to be on accident. They wouldn't do it on
No.
purpose.
But get this, if he's calling, is his friend live in the 330 area code?
Yeah, I don't get why a 971
Dude,
area
is that number
code is-
showing up on there?
I could probably pull
It's
it
on my phone.
You should have screenshotted it.
We're going to call him back next week.
Oh, yeah,
There it
that's
is.
good.
There it is.
Save that shit.
That's right. You're
Did
right.
you even catch his name?
Well, you could barely hear him.
Couldn't hear him, man. He was nervous. Why do we not have any background music? I feel like I'm listening to my own self.
Because I turned it down when he came on, so we could
No,
at
it
least hear
hasn't
him a
been
little
for
bit.
like 25 minutes.
Jesus Christ!
Is Your segment.
So if I've never been, I'm not really showing it right now, but I've never been so upset that that something wasn't working right. That was gold.
That would have been what we would have doubled our.
We
downloads.
could have kept him on here and had him as the guest because he sounds like he would have stayed on.
Yeah.
He definitely would have.
And because that audio wasn't working, because you screwed it up.
Because
it was working.
Because I screwed up the thing that you changed over the weekend.
Guess what? It was working. It was just too loud on their end. But it would have been great on our end. It would have been great on the audio.
You guys should duke it out to settle this.
No.
Dude, I
Take
could
your
probably.
shirts off.
He would kill me.
I could probably solve this within a couple minutes, but I didn't want to waste the time. So can we do a little break with some music and you go back and do a test call?
No. Because
well, then get off my nuts. How about that?
I think the only solution is we need to run that through this board so it's smoother.
God damn it.
So it's not looping.
Well, maybe you should stop changing shit. Every single week, I have to have it in stereo.
It
Says
didn't
the
work.
guy
it
who
didn't,
just changed.
It didn't work last week. Remember, it was
it
too
was
distorted.
working the weeks before.
Just think, last week it was too loud and distorted.
Dude,
this week we can't hear it.
I don't know how you're blaming me for something I've never done. All I did was come over here and try to fix this today.
I'm blaming you for trying to fix it at 7:03. That's all I'm blaming you for. Because
you're
it was
the one that
working.
said it wasn't working.
It was working.
You said it worked like shit.
It just sounded like shit, but it would have been better than what just happened because the people would have been able to hear him. He might have got frustrated with us and hung up.
And you know what? It's probably a goddamn knob on your end over there.
It's not.
It's not?
It's not.
What? So you're telling me the output to this computer goes where? Let me see it on your... Quit looking at your phone, fucker.
I need to write this kid's number down real quick.
Don't give a shit. Let me see where it's going. Point it out. It's
What?
this one, right?
What
Your
is?
input.
What? For what?
My computer.
That computer goes into your soundboard.
Into my soundboard?
Right. And these two, 3 and 4, channel 3 and 4. I tried to run it in stereo. I didn't have the proper cables, so I used those.
What are these junk ass cords, dude? Seriously.
Those worked just fine. I had the music set up on that, and it was working just fine. The music level was great. It was in stereo. It sounded good.
So here's the issue. This thing is peaking on the gain, and the volume is all the way down. That's the issue.
I know. I understand that.
Which means it's coming out of here hot. So if you guys can do something, and I could probably fix this without you being on the phone. Without doing anything. If you guys want to talk amongst yourselves, I can work on it.
I want to talk to Alexa.
Go ahead.
She's listening.
Oh,
she heard you.
Alexa, what do you call a 3-humped camel?
Pregnant.
She's kind of psycho.
We got we got a new co-host. Her name is Alexa.
I just saw someone online say that they farted a bunch of times, and then their Alexa just would randomly say tee tee after they farted.
I don't know that you trying to fix this right now is the best idea. What are the chances that anyone else is going to call? We'll fix it. We'll fix it, and then we'll call him. Well, okay. If you want that, then we'll just do the sushi here.
Yeah, do the sushi, dude. It's no big deal.
And now, here's the sushi with Tuna.
I love sushi, yes I do. Just wanna get fish-faced with you.
Bad news.
What's that?
I'm out of sushi.
Oh, no.
Yeah, she already did the news. I was wondering what was going on.
Sorry, I thought you had more stories.
That's why I looked panicked when you said that and started playing the song. I was like, oh, fuck.
I'm out of sushi.
What about...
Alexa, tell us a joke.
What's a hipster's favorite sea creature? The man bun of war.
The man bun of war. That's not that funny, Alexa. Hey, Alexa, have Jimmy Fallon tell us a joke.
Okay, Jimmy, make him laugh.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Ed. Ed who? Well, adieu to you, too.
That's not funny.
What the fuck did he say?
Adieu to you, too. Not funny, Alexa.
None of his shit he said is funny, which is quite similar to his show.
Ooh, I have an important question. Alexa, how do I get rid of a dead body?
I don't know the answer to that.
What?
She's full of shit. Do you, Alexa, answer to anything?
I thought you were supposed to be fixing something. Why are you
I'm fixing
participating in the show?
Jesus H.
What's this quadriplegic drug trafficking you got under here?
He wanted to talk about that, so.
But I'm working on this shit.
Yeah,
so
he's
you
not in the
pull
show.
up
We're going to have to postpone it
We'll
then.
pull up the ad. God
He's not in the
damn
show
it.
right now. He's fixing the audio. Do we even get that guy's name?
I think
Damn
we
it.
already went over that.
Did we?
Yes, and no, we did not.
Okay.
We're going to call him Greg.
Greg from Oregon. Portland, right? Greg from Portland.
Oregon.
It says
Organ donor.
Well,
Portland, Salem, Astoria. Yep.
Greg from Portland, Salem, Astoria. So it's 3 hours earlier there, so it's 4:43.
And he was going to the bar?
And he's calling a friend in a 330 area code. Now, I guess, people live all over the country that have phones based somewhere else, so
True.
yeah, that could be what it was. But we're going to find out about this next week. We
Mhm.
have to.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Once,
Maybe.
Once you fix the audio problem.
Maybe.
I could fix it in 5 seconds.
Dude, I don't even want to hear it. We're going to fight.
What I'm saying is we're making a mistake by trying to loop it twice.
Dude, okay, cool. But
instead of just running it
I'm
direct.
cool, man. I'm cool. You've done amazing stuff with the studio, but can I come in on our time off and set this shit up right?
I would be thrilled.
Okay, I'm going to do that.
As long as you don't change anything over here.
No, I'm not going to change everything. Just most of it.
I mean, I considered, once we dropped the shtick, I considered using that as a main board instead of this as a main board. But that doesn't have the right inputs, that board. That board's not set up well.
We don't even need this board.
Technically, we don't, but I don't have that many channels.
Oh,
so
so
we
just
would
as
need the board.
splitter,
So we would
basically.
need something. We could do something different, but not live on the air on strangelabel.com. So if you're listening and you're bored, join the crowd.
So are we.
Join the club. I signed up for a new social media app last week called Chirp. You ever heard of that?
Is it related to Twitter somehow?
You know what? I don't know if it is or they're just trying to make a connection. What it is, it's like Twitter, but you can only put audio clips.
Oh.
So, and it's not an audio clip like from another source. It has to be from the microphone of your phone. So instead of posting, something in writing, you're posting something in audio. Now, the bad thing, you can share it on Twitter, which is cool, but the bad thing is the person who now wants to listen to it has to download the Chirp app. They can't just listen to it. So it kind of defeats the whole purpose, Chirp developers, if you're listening. But anyway, I thought that was interesting, an interesting concept to be able to... now we're talking. You need me to move in here? Earl is crawling up behind me, and he's checking out...
Rubbing your shoulders.
Yeah, that's the...
I'm just looking for the ones that
Go to what? Those are plugged in the computer. Yep. Plugged in pooter. Those two go into one 1/8-inch jack that's plugged in the computer directly. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway.
Oh, yeah. Stay down under the table.
Now Earl is under the table where Tuna is sitting. Should I turn that camera off? No, there's no camera on anyway. Why is my camera right in my face? Anyway. So, maybe we should, what's the snake in the ceiling thing?
I put that up so long ago
You forgot what it was?
I don't even remember what it was. Okay, let me pull it up because there was this. I remember it being a batshit crazy lady. Hang on, hold please. By the way, I'm using this lovely laptop that Earl got me for Christmas.
You got a new laptop for Christmas?
Mhm.
Awesome sauce.
Yeah.
God, did I just say awesome sauce?
Awesome sauce.
Did I say that out loud?
Yes. So it says an unwitting pest controller has made a terrifying discovery in the roof of a home. He thought he was going in for a routine inspection and stumbled across the remnants of a secret inhabitant of over 40 years in this house. The homeowner admitted that she stuck a snake that she named Monty. It was a python. She found it in her chicken coop and she shoved it into the ceiling of her house 40 years before that to take care of a rat problem.
What?
Because that's what you do. She did not tell her husband about it. There was just a python crawling around the walls of their house and the ceiling, eating rats. And
For 40 years.
Yes. And at some point, she put yet another snake up there. I don't know if... Oh, her name is Monica.
So it might not have been the original snake.
So she put Monty up there 40 years ago. 10 years after that, she put Monica up there. And they have been mating in the walls of her home.
Wow.
For 30 years.
Talk about a haunted house.
What? Who does that?
Someone who likes snakes, I guess.
Ooh,
You have to be... Hey, Alexa. What's wrong with Jim?
Sorry, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, neither are we.
Yeah.
Are you talking about that video that I seen where they lifted the... I don't know if it looked like a shed or...
No, that was a different one. No, this is just a
nuts.
crazy lady who shoved 2 snakes in her ceiling 40 years ago.
Well,
So
they probably didn't.
I promise I will never do that.
They probably didn't have any problems with the rodents in the house. I mean, that
But
would
they
do
were
it.
mating.
That would do it.
So, there were...
I would think a snake would be able to get out of a house pretty easy. Like they're not trapped in there.
No, but it's warm, and there's lots of crevices and stuff for them to
And I
hide
bet you they got
in.
out into the house at some point and then went back. How could you not see it for 40 years?
Her husband was totally unaware that she did this.
Wow. So this is the Leroy and Earl show, and we're trying something new here. It's we got a big studio set up. If you whoa, something just changed.
What did you do?
If you go onto YouTube, you can watch our show. You can watch Earl crawling under the table. Everything got a little louder. That's all. And he's trying to fix this. We constantly, now it went back quiet, but that's all right. It went back to where it was. We're constantly changing things. And we have way more stuff than we actually need to do a podcast. People ask me all the time, what do you need to do podcasts? How do you do podcasts? I'm like, well, you really only need a laptop and a USB microphone and you're good. Set of headphones. But we have 5 computers and 2 soundboards, audio interface, several screens. We got it all. Whatever you did
Made it get louder?
Made it get louder and clearer.
It's this cord. This cord's not working.
Okay.
Properly. It's crossing because when it's plugged in, it's shortening it out.
Ah. That
And
makes
it's
sense.
and it's peaking the gain. So
that cord needs to
go. We just need mono on this. If we can get it.
Yep.
Hello?
I don't know if you got cords laying around. I can.
Yeah, we can take a break. Let's just take a break and
Cool.
we'll take a break. We'll play a song that won't get us kicked off of YouTube. This is the show. We'll be right back.
Cold. All the birds in a box would pine.
Alexander WK, and you're listening to Strange Label. Time to party.
Hello. Hello. Can you hear me? Hello. Please, someone listen to me. Hello. Hello. I believe he has...
Hello?
Yes, hello. Hey, can you turn the music down? Can someone turn the music down, please? For Christ's sake, please, someone turn down... Can you hear me? Tuna.
Yes.
This is Saul Gorman.
Yes. I can barely hear you
Hello.
above the music.
Hello.
Why?
Someone, please.
Why?
Why is the music
Help!
Turn it down.
Wow, geez, H, what's going on over there? You boys are losing control of that show. I mean, I listened last week, and I'm going to tell you right now, well, that was cool.
Ooh.
War of the Worlds shit. I listened last week, and I am in direct opposition of this change. I think this is terrible.
Oh, suck it.
And whoa. Listen. That is pretty cool.
You know, that is the fix to the problem.
But
I'm going...
There's a big butt coming, I could tell.
Yeah, but I'm going from a stereo into a mono, and that's why we're getting...
Ooh. You know, screw the callers. Let's just use that. Hey, Saul. Hey, Saul. What's going on, buddy? Well, like I said, I listened to the show last week, and I wanted to call and tell you. You know, last week I was a little bit indisposed, should I say? I'm still here in Vegas, and got my affairs together, and I'll be back in Akron soon. Tell Father James to save me a nip. But I just
A nip?
Yeah, you know.
Is it a nipple or a
drink?
Oh.
An alcoholic beverage.
Gotcha.
Yeah, alcoholic beverage. I just, I think you guys were onto something big there with the pitch shifters, and it's one of those things. I think you're making a huge mistake. Well, I think you're wrong. I think what we did just wasn't working. So we're really kind of tired of talking about it now. So I mean, you got anything you'd like to add? That's pretty cool what you're doing there.
Yeah, and that's me testing the sound, which is working perfect now. So Saul.
Suck it.
Yeah.
Leroy, Earl, if you're listening, Tuna.
Yes.
It's really noisy.
Chuck.
Really noisy.
I need an apology. All right. I think I got it.
Well,
fixed. Well, it's because I had it pegged.
Okay, so Saul, do you have anything you want to add to the show other than bitching about the fact that we've changed the format? Well, I was hoping I could talk a little NFL with you just for a couple minutes. You know what I'm saying?
I think that would be good.
Yeah,
actually.
sure. Go ahead. What do you got to say? Well, I wanted to talk about the irony. If you're NFL fans and you live in, if you know about the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns rivalry, well, the thing about the rivalry is they hate each other, right? So it's ironic. The Browns are doing better this year, and the Steelers ain't doing that great. Well, it's going to come down to this week's games, right? If the Cleveland Browns beat the Baltimore Ravens, the Pittsburgh Steelers will make it into the playoffs. If the Cleveland Browns lose to the Baltimore Ravens, the Steelers do not.
I haven't been keeping up, but people have been raving about the Browns, which is not something I usually see. So what's going on with that? I mean, have they done better this year or something?
Yeah, well, they've won one game in the last 2 years. That's 1 out of 32 games.
Excluding this season?
Not this season. Previous two.
Okay.
They were 1-15 2 years ago, 0-16 last year, and they've won 7 games, I believe, this year. So
7-7-1.
7-7-1.
So they're half and half.
Right, they're 500 basically. They got a tie, which was the Steelers in Week 1, ironically. But they're doing 1,000 times better. They got a great quarterback now. They got some skilled players, and the defense as well. They're on the rise. Let's put it that way. But they ain't quite there yet. They're not going to make the playoffs this year. They came close. But the irony of it is they need to lose on Sunday in order for the Steelers to not make it into the playoffs. So
with the rivalry, As nasty, beautiful.
Sorry.
As nasty
That's
as the
the show.
rivalry is between the Steelers and the Browns, do you intentionally lose to sabotage their chances at the playoffs, or?
Never. I don't know. Not in 1,000 years. I don't see any
Okay.
football player doing that. You know what I mean? I mean, they don't like the Steelers, but they want to win too. They want to finish 8-7-1.
True.
You know what I mean? They want to finish better with more wins than losses. And the reality is they're playing the Baltimore Ravens on Sunday, which is they are on fire. I mean, they're blowing up. So
They're leading the division, right?
well, that's the thing. If they win the division, and the Steelers are out. So the Ravens will probably win. I mean, any given Sunday, anything could happen, but I believe that the Ravens will win, and the Steelers will not make the playoffs, and that'll make everybody happy. Hey, Saul, thanks for calling, and I would appreciate it if you don't call back in and bitch about the format change. All right, whatever. But can I still be a part of the show? Of course you can, dickhead.
I don't. Is there some kind of conflict of interest in there, Saul?
Well, I don't know what there would be. I represent whoever's got the money. You know what I'm saying? So,
All right.
All right, Saul Gorman out.
All right, I'm gonna try a test call here.
Who are you gonna call? You want to call that kid back?
No, I'm not.
Call Dildano.
Nah.
All right, we're back from our break here on the Leroy and Earl show, and Earl was feverishly working to fix some of our technical difficulties. I think some of our better shows are when we're trying to fix technical difficulties during the show.
Testicle
Just kidding. There are worse shows.
Yeah, it's a worse show, but now that
How may I help you?
yes, is this Taco Bell?
Yes.
Can you speak up a little bit?
Excuse me?
I'm sorry. I just want to make sure our reservations are in.
You said you just wanted to make sure what?
Our reservations are ready. We have reservations for 3. Some important people.
Reservations for 3. We don't do reservations?
I called last week and made these reservations, so I'm pretty confident you do. And these are some important people. We got to have a good. It's a business meeting.
Yeah, that's not here.
This is Taco Bell, right?
Okay.
Is this Taco Bell?
Yeah, it is. We don't do reservations.
Well, I mean, can you make it happen, man? I already told them that.
You're starting to sound like an alien. I can barely understand you.
Okay.
You're just really
right.
high, man.
I'll call back, man.
Whoa.
What? Whoa.
Whoa.
Hey, man, you know where we can get some Coke? Hey, you know where we can get some Coke? They don't sell pop there, I guess.
No.
What the?
No, Pepsi. The Pepsi products.
Pepsi products.
Yeah.
My bad. All right.
Well, that was a lot better.
What's better? I think we just got to do some adjusting, but I'll get it worked out after the show tonight before we leave.
And when you even move like an inch away, your volume dips way down. Okay. So I mean, he might not be able to even hear. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You got to keep that in mind with that microphone.
One problem at a time.
I just need to share how uncomfortable it makes me when, I get anxious when you do prank calls.
Really?
Yeah. He was over here Googling that number, and I was like, oh, God, not again.
Now, is it,
I don't know what it is.
Is that something you think might go away if we kept doing it?
No.
Because
no.
I remember being a little bit anxious I remember when we called the pizza shop.
A little bit.
And we did the psychics.
Mm-hmm.
I remember being nervous doing that.
I even get like that with guests, too. Unless they're just, really on and talking a lot.
There's always that awkward breaking the ice part.
Yeah.
At the beginning.
I understand it, for sure. Well, there's more ways around that, but we're not going to work around it now. I think I got it figured out.
Well, we are definitely calling Greg back next week.
Is that Greg? Yeah.
Greg.
Yeah. Greg, if you're listening, we're calling you back, and that's your new name.
Greg from Portland area.
How's your nose? You been able to breathe?
Well, it's a little better.
Did you? You only did one side.
The other side. The other side's fine.
You know what? My doctor told me I might have to have I don't know if this is the same thing you've had done, where they go in and hollow out the holes.
I've had that done. Yeah.
Doing the rotor-rooter.
Well, he said it's a lot less painful now than it was years ago.
It's a lie.
So I don't know. Maybe.
It's not about the pain. They put you to sleep.
Afterward, the recovery.
They put you to sleep. No, he told me it doesn't feel like they're pulling your brains out, so I would assume I was awake. But yeah, I would love to be asleep for that.
I had it done. I had a deviated septum and polyps removed in 1999.
Deviated rectum with polyps?
Deviated septum corrected. And I was put to sleep. And I woke up with a packed nose, and they gave me Vicodin.
Did that shit suck when you woke up? Or
It,
after the
it
pain?
really wasn't that bad. Like, I didn't even take the Vicodin. And about, a week into it, because the stuff they pack your nose with is supposed to slowly dissolve.
Oh,
right?
shit. You got to keep it in there. You feel like you're suffocating, probably.
Well, I mean, I couldn't breathe through my nose for years prior to that. So actually, it didn't feel much different than my normal life.
Guess that makes
So, but I'm sitting there watching football. I lived in California at the time. And I started hemorrhaging. Like gushing blood from my nose and down the back of
yanked
my
loose
throat.
or something?
No. And it would do it and stop and do it and stop and do it and stop. And I finally got to the point where I called the doctor and he said, meet me at the ER. So I went down there and he repacked it. Now that was a horrific experience.
Were you digging too aggressively for a booger?
No, I hadn't touched it at all. It was
Mhm.
just not packed correctly the first time. So it was too loose. And that's why I didn't need
What'd they pack it with?
It
Fudge?
Gauze.
It's
See what I mean about no music?
I am aroused.
We definitely got some kinks to work out. This is anxiety. It gives you anxiety when you don't have material, and we can't rely on the stupid-ass voices.
we keep we had the same anxiety when we were doing the voices.
But at least we could get away with it. Like
We keep
yelling at
doing
each other.
the same thing. We've been doing the same thing since we started this podcast. We change things, we add things, we want to make it better. And I know you want to blame it all on me, but we both do, right?
But yeah, it's only like
Right.
90% of yours.
90% me, 10% you. And then we don't leave any time to fix it. Like, out of the 3 years we've been doing this show, we've probably spent like 3 hours
Well,
outside
it's-
of the show.
Yeah, it's not that we don't
trying
leave
to
time.
fix the
We
problems.
just don't want to do it.
Well,
We
it's,
just don't
yeah,
feel
it
like doing
goes
it.
hand in hand.
I mean, we see each other once a week. That's enough. I mean, I love you,
Right.
but that's enough.
Right.
And and we're busy too. Leroy and Earl didn't have real jobs.
It's true.
Chuck and Jim and Tuna have real jobs, real 9-to-5s.
My nose is really running now, thank you.
Yeah, well,
Glad.
You used too much.
Yeah. I did 3 squirts.
What's up?
You said we see each other once a week.
I see you every day, but
I know.
all day.
But no, maybe we're having trouble getting the flow going today because we just saw each other yesterday, and we were so freaking funny all day yesterday that we're just.
We were too much. We let
That
it
and the
go.
phone wasn't working. You know what I mean? It
If
threw it off.
that
right
phone
away.
had been working, I bet we'd still be talking to Greg.
Probably. Greg
Or we
and
would-
maybe get his buddy on the phone
Yeah.
to see
Yeah.
what they're doing tonight, where they're going.
Yeah, that was a golden opportunity missed to promote the show to somebody who accidentally called in. Accidentally.
We're gonna promote it to him next week.
So.
For sure. Well, I mean, there's got to be some news or something, right? Did something happen this week? Anybody famous? David Carradine themselves or off themselves by chance? I guess
Not that I
anybody's
know
just
of.
gonna fucking listen to me.
Sorry.
I'm
Jesus
looking,
Christ.
man.
I'm looking out the window.
You're fucking with the
There's
shit
some-
over there that you're not supposed to be changing.
There's a shadow behind you. Don't turn around.
Creepy.
I noticed it right, like,
There's a shadow.
maybe
behind me,
5 minutes.
but you don't want me to turn around.
Because I'm worried.
That it's a ghost.
How is that gonna help my safety?
Okay,
I'll
okay,
save
turn
you.
around.
Don't worry.
Turn around.
Holy shit, that's a big shadow.
So, it's moved a few times. And I'm not sure what it is.
It looks like a big ass dude with a dagger in his hands.
What are you talking about?
What you don't see? Well, keep looking. See right between that? You see that?
Yeah.
Right there. It just moved again.
What's that big thing in its hands, dude?
Hey.
Dude, come on out
Is
of
there
here.
somebody out there?
I'll take care of it.
Fuck you guys.
Oh. What the hell?
Oh God! Put that. Oh no!
What? Who's?
Put the rib down. I mean,
Put that rib. Leroy, what are you doing?
Leroy, what are you?
You're all Leroy now.
What
Did
the
he
fuck,
sharpen a rib bone into a shiv?
You made a rib bone into a shit.
I came over here because I want to kick you guys' ass. You kicked me right
Bring
out of
it.
my show. This is my show.
We didn't necessarily kick you right
look,
out.
Look, Leroy, chill.
We had to have a company come in and move you out.
Don't tell me to chill. Skinny white rednecks.
I'm not a redneck, dude. I'm actually like.
You just got a
normal-
tractor today.
You did. You got a tractor today.
Okay, you got me.
And you're not a redneck.
Oh, now I'm gonna send this picture to you. This is something to. talk
Leroy,
about.
get out of here, please. Don't come into the studio again.
Leroy, we'll have you on later, but we're having some shit.
Screw you guys.
Messed up shit. Sorry about everything that happened.
I sent Leroy the picture of you sitting on your tractor drinking.
What about the?
Or I'm sorry, Chuck.
I want to show the picture
Yeah, you
of
have to be
this thing in
specific
the
now.
air. Pull that one up of me so they can see it on the tractor there, buddy. Big guy.
Where'd you send it to? The Facebook.
Where'd you send it to?
Shifters.
The Facebook.
Shifters.
The Facebook.
And I'm sure it'll be easy to pull up.
Yeah, just
Do-
right on your shifters, man.
Do you ever go on?
Unless you change the shit.
Do you ever go on there and you click the thing and it won't come up like right now? It just keeps.
Nope.
It's loading or something.
Yeah. It only happens on the laptop or on the PC, never on my phone.
Yeah, never had that problem.
Yeah, it happens to me all the time.
So
like right
the
now.
story behind this tractor is, I mean, I need a tractor for my property, but this thing is a 1974, I believe. It's been sitting and it's like basically the land has grown over it, so I decided I wanted it, and it is, I think apparently about 10,000 pounds, and you got to see what 10,000 pounds can do to a truck. In this picture, if we can get it up.
You're gonna have to send it to me, put it on Trello or something.
Trello?
Yeah, because
Okay.
I can't bring up the
I can do that.
damn messenger.
Goddamn messenger. Yeah, I can do that. Trello.
Yeah, I don't know.
Don't give up, man. Don't get discouraged. Seriously, man. We'll figure it out.
I'm not gonna
You know
give
what?
up.
You know how much easier this would be, if the phone worked and we had an interview?
If
You know what I
it
mean?
just went through, it would have been good.
I'm just saying, if we had an
Right.
interview. You know,
Well, we
I'm
gotta-
sorry we're not Rover's Morning Glory.
We got to be able to do a show without interviews.
We don't have a Jeffrey or Nads
I don't wanna have
make
it-
fun of every single goddamn day.
I don't want to have to line up a guest every show.
No, I get you, but this is new to us.
Have
know
you
what I mean?
seen the Apple? Have you seen the bad lip reading?
Yes.
Have you seen the one from Apple?
No.
It is hilarious. I watched it with the kids and the fam the other day, and the first time I saw it, I literally was doubled over. It was so hilarious.
Are you
So
gonna play
we
it
could
for
play.
us?
We could watch that.
Yeah.
It was. I'm just telling you, it was crazy funny. And I had planned on playing it, and I forgot about it. And I think it'll go okay with the audio. You know, just hearing the audio, like you don't have to see the video. But you know how they have the big, you know, what do you call it? When they introduce the newest thing, and it's this
Yeah,
huge
yeah.
thing, and everybody's there, and they're acting like it's a big deal.
It's like a convention or
Right, and all it
something.
is they're going to say the new iPhone doesn't have a headphone jack, or
Right,
you know, and it's
right.
going to cost $800 more.
Oh, but now we brought back the headphone
Right,
jack.
right. So it's basically making fun of that. So we're going to watch that here, and when I pull it up, and we're going to skip the ad and hit the pause button and turn up the audio. There's a lot of stuff to do when you're trying to
Sorry, I
produce
put
a
you on the
show.
spot.
No, not at all. It's just a lot. I'm just saying it's a lot to do when you're trying to produce a show. And here we go. We'll start from the beginning.
Jesus.
Sorry.
We're proud to present the Apple Skin Twist. It twists your skin, okay? Now, if you just leave it on there, you can surprise yourself, because it can make up to 50% more flaps. Yeah, look at that. Pretty neat, huh? Now, you're going to love the Apple Lickamoforbus. And yes,
What?
I know that it sounds like a sex robot, and that's not appropriate. No, the Lickamoforbus is really a plant-based guitar. And as you see, it has walnut spores. Great, right? Yeah, they're really just a fancy touch so we can trend set. But there's more to... Uh-oh, dang it, I gotta pee. We're happy to finally announce the Apple Handsome Anthony. Yep.
Yeah.
Sex robot.
Now, Anthony can take you to a museum or to the Snow Cone Palace. But if he ever asks for Geppetto, then you need to destroy him forcefully first thing. It's vital, okay? Apple wings are Apple's hot wings, and they're meaty and they're juicy. The names are like Mystery Colon and Soul Snatcher and I Kevin. They're gonna be great.
Trello.
Now we also have socks. Let me explain. So let's talk about the Apple Hole. Now, this is indeed a mini black hole, so it could have many uses. For instance, you could time switch 4 mini checkers into one were-donkey. Yeah, okay? Now, this is our fanciest tetrafusion hole at this point. The only thing is it's not portable yet. Let's talk about the Apple Garfin of Footin' Tootin' Jootin' Exeopalexis, or as we like to call it, Garfexy. So I intended to show you what it sort of does, but it's really stumped a few of us. So instead, I get to announce something else. I give you the Apple Wish Prince.
This is good.
Hello, Wish Prince. Do you have a wish? I wish that my Wish Prince would just give me 7 diamonds. Granted! And there it is. It's done. So what you see before
Do you have a wish?
No, but thanks, Wish Prince. So anyway.
Do you have a wish?
Yeah, I wish you'd quit doing this.
Do you have a wish?
Okay, yeah, I don't know what's happened, because he's supposed to quit asking, so it's
Do
like
you
there's
have a wish?
Tyler, can you help me? Can't you guys move it forward to the next section? You can't. Dude, you're a tech guy. Is it really hard? You suck.
Do you have a wish?
Introducing the Apple DeBonk DeBonk, a musical can opener. Now, the truth is, when I was 8, I was 12. And then I started work at the backgammon store. And as the new guy, got apple toast is a magnificent cinnamon toast. And that's important too. That's when I knew that the judge could sense that I'm Roman. Eyes on the soon-to-be legendary Apple windmill. The woman's name was Linda Foot, a loud Irish woman with hard tooth enamel. I'm really excited to introduce the Apple Stephen Forkhead. As you probably guessed, you stick forks in it and then you hear a doorbell. Check it out. Hey, is this boring? Because, wow, because what I'm seeing on your faces says it is.
Let's be talking about our show tonight.
That's too loud.
That little louder, because everything got
too loud.
louder when I pulled that shitty cord out that I fucked up.
So which picture do you want me to show? The one
All
with
of
you
them,
drinking?
man.
All of them?
Yeah.
All right.
Show the one of me drinking first, man. This is me, man. I love this thing. It's my pride and joy. It's gold. It's my gold. That's me right there.
That's an
Tell the
old-ass
listeners
tractor.
how you came about this tractor.
Well, I can't really disclose that information.
Oh, that's right.
Anyways.
Illegal?
No, it's not
Ish.
illegal. I just can't. It's work-related, and I can't disclose it. But
the Apple DeBone DeBone.
This is the Apple Ford tractor. Now slide to the next picture. Check this shit out, man.
How do I do that? I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Look at
That's it lifting the truck in the air?
Yes, look at that thing.
Wow.
That is a freaking insane lift. Now check out the other one.
The
other one's the same thing.
So that's before it lifted up, or is that after you got it up high?
It's high. You see the guy? It's waist high on him. What do you mean?
The front of the truck's not up off the ground.
Yeah, it is. You
Is it?
blind bat.
Is there more?
No, that was it.
Is it?
But anyways, man, I just got excited about it because I gotta have to do like a year's worth of work on that thing to get it running right, and then I'm gonna fuck some shit up.
I'm about to lose my partner to a
tractor.
To a tractor.
To a big
Do you have
to
a
a big
wish?
bitch.
His and hers tractors.
Do you have a wish?
Yeah, I wish that tractor was done and worked.
So it looks like a lot of work. Is that up there? Can you see here, right there? Is that a trash bag holding that part on? That's what it looks like.
Maybe.
It is because the hose is bad right there and it's spraying fluid.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean all the hoses. This has been sitting for a long time. It runs real good. But I actually started it up today to try to get that backhoe on the back up off the ground, and it just blew a line like it was blowing its last load. So
look at you sitting up there slamming a monster.
Slamming a monster. That's what I want to do is just drive around on that thing and drink beer.
And drink monsters?
Yeah.
So there it is.
That's why I wore my mechanic shirt tonight.
Why does it say Mark on it?
Yeah, why the
I
fuck
bought
does it
it
say
at
Mark on
I
it?
bought it at a Goodwill. But I wore my mechanic shirt because I'm ready to get to work, start wrenching on this tractor.
Babe, why don't you get another patch that go right
Why
over.
are you feeling her up?
I'm pointing
Why
out the
not?
patch.
You totally grabbed her mammary.
Dude, I was just. Does everything have to be gutter with you?
You're the one.
I just think a good patch would be good.
See,
Right here. Right here.
whatever.
Right there.
All right, I think we should probably wrap this up. We've been here long enough.
Yeah.
Way long enough.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Just come back. Come back every couple weeks.
Yeah,
and see if we got
check
any
it out
better.
every couple weeks. You know, Greg in Portland area, you called us tonight. We're going to call you back. I'm
Yeah.
sure he's not listening.
We're going to
but,
call you over and over.
We're going to call him
and
every week
over.
till he answers.
Tom from Taco Bell, you fucked up. I'm going to have your job.
Yep.
Uh,
That's twice now Taco Bell's not done well.
Yeah, I
Once
still
through
need
Uber
my-
Eats.
yeah, I need my Uber Eats stuff from that I ordered 6 weeks ago.
Yep.
But they gave us another gift card to Uber Eats. Another.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so we can go order more food that we won't get.
Do you have a wish? Well, wish for something.
I wish there was background music at all times.
Granted. All right, so that's it for the Leroy and Earl Show, which, by the way, was brought to you tonight by DiscountWheelies.com and Ohio Essentials.
Ohio Essentials is taking off, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. So get on the train.
It's
before
taken off as in it's going well, or it's being taken off the web?
No, it's going well, and it's being taken off. No, yeah, it's going well.
All right, so next week we're going to come back with a good show. We're going to do it right, and next week we're going to give out some awards for different shift heads, different things.
We are going to have to start paying people to listen.
Yep.
That's what he's trying to say.
No, we're going to give out awards. Like I'll give you a little preview, a little hint of the awards we're going to give out. The biggest and best puke was Shift Head Tom and his 2-pound baby boy.
Well, okay.
So that's just an example, and we're going to
Spoiler alert.
So if you'd like to, if you are dead set on winning a specific award and you'd like to bribe us.
If you have any nominations.
Yep.
Yes, nominations.
Any nominations for the year in review is what we're going to talk about, because it's actually going to be next Wednesday. It'll be the 2nd. So we're going to look back on 2018, what we've done in this show, and obviously a major change we just made in the show. Yep. But we'll do a year in review next week on the Leroy and Earl Show. Sorry the show wasn't all that great tonight, but whatever.
Fuck off.
Fuck off. Hey, Alexa. Simon says fuck off.
Hey Siri, who's Ricky Dixon?
Ricky Dixon played the position of wide receiver for LSU in 2008.
That's right, bitches.
You're listening to the Leroy and Earl Show.
Hey, stop the music, stop it. Stop, did you hear what he said? Dad, he said Razor Rick. Razor Rick, play it again. Play it again. Right here. Right here. Hell yeah, bitches.
I love Ricky Dixon.